In Creo Parametric, you can define the CNC toolpaths for manufacturing your parts. This includes defining the different hole-making cycles for drilling holes. To facilitate selection of the holes, you can create manufacturing geometry called a drill group. I will click on the icon, and this opens up the drilling group dialog box. Underneath the definition area, you'll notice that you can select axes based on rule-based, patterned, individual, or you can exclude axes. One thing that I want to point out is that creating a drilling group is based on axes, so your part must have axes. For example, I created this part in Onshape and imported it, and because of that, it did not have axes, so I had to use the feature recognition tool to turn a bunch of the different holes in this part into actual features so that they would have axes. But anyhow, let's take a look at some of the methods here. I'm going to start with rule-based, and I will choose diameters. When I click on that, it shows the different available diameters available in this part. And I decide that I want to select the ones that have a diameter of 25.5, so I can move them over to the selected area. It's hard to tell on the computer screen, but there are a bunch of axes now highlighted in green. It's unfortunate that the interior of the holes are a bit of a greenish color, but hopefully you can see that the axes are indeed showing up. At this point, I can go to the Properties tab and change the name of this one, and I will call this my Mount Group. And you'll also notice up at the top here, it shows that we have selected 4 different holes in the model. I will click the OK button, and that way I've created my first drill group. Let's create another one using one of the other different methods. And this time I will choose surfaces. And so with surfaces, I can select a surface, and then it will grab the holes on that surface. In this case, it selected 5 different holes. Again, I could go to the Property tab and change the name, but I'm happy with this. I will click the OK button. Let's take a look at another method. I will go to Drill Group, and then we can select individual axes if we want to. And so, for example, I could select, maybe I want to drill this one, hold down the control key, select this one, and I'm just going to select a few of these manually. Let's say I wanted to drill these together, so I could create a drill group for them. So that is good. I will click the OK button. And for one more method, let's go to Drill Group. And this time I will choose patterned axes. And so these are axes that belong to a pattern. Be aware that you actually have to have a pattern in your reference model. And so one thing that means, let me cancel out of here. When you are bringing in a reference model, you will want to do it either by assembling a part that is native to Creo Parametric, so it has actual patterns in it, or you want to use inherit reference model so that it brings in all of those different patterns. But if you use merge reference model, you're just going to get the geometry without any different features, and so you won't be able to use the drill group option if that is how you brought in the model. And this particular model, I just brought in the reference model itself. But anyhow, let's go to drill group, and this time I will use the command from the manufacturing tab. And when I click on it, let's go back to patterned axes, and I will select, let's say, this hole here, and it highlighted the 9 different holes in that particular pattern. And let me try holding down the control key and grabbing this one as well. And so now I've got 18 different holes selected here. And this is the real purpose of creating a drilling group. It just makes selection easier rather than if I was creating the actual hole making cycle and wanted to pick each individual hole one by one. So this is good. I will click the OK button. And in that way, I've created 4 different drill groups in my model for subsequently creating different hole making cycles in my part.